All right. So, example 1. Imagine you post a video on TikTok and send it to 100 people on day 1. Each person then agrees to send the video to 5 more people the next day and requests that each of those people send it to 5 more people. The number of total viewers, V of n, is an exponential function of the number of days, represented by the letter n, since the video was first shown. Write an exponential function, and now what we're going to do is find the number of total views the video would have after 30 days of following this pattern. We can expect it's going to be a fairly large number. Christian?
Never mind. Oh.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, go. All right. So there's a lot of numbers here. I see 100, I see a 1, I see a 5, I see a 30. So we got to figure out what numbers mean what we need them to mean for us.
Oh, and 1.
Yeah. So we got to figure out what colors did I do this in. A was yellow, B was pink. All right. A is my initial value, right? So in this situation, what would my initial value be? Liana?
100.
100. You send it to 100 people on day 1. For the sake of this problem, technically that's day 0. Let's change it to day 0. Because remember, A is when x is equal to 0. So if x or n represents the number of days, that's technically day 0. Okay? So A is equal to 100. Okay, what's my common ratio going to be? What's my B?
5.
Yeah, exactly right. It's going to be 5. So my A is 100. My B is 5.
I deserve a high on this. No, I can't move back.
Okay. So let's say I'm the one who posted the TikTok and I send it to 100 people, right?
Yeah.
And let's say this is one of those 100 people, right? On day 1, how many people is this one person going to send the video to? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Day 1. Now this guy is one of the 5 from him. How many people is this person going to send the video to? 5. How many people is this person going to send it to? 5. How many people is this person going to send it to? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So just one of those 100 initial people, after just 2 days, how many more people have received this video? 25. Right? Plus those original 5. Okay? So think about what this looks like if we really drew it all out. There's 100 initial people. Each of those 100 people have 5 coming off. Each of those circles then have another 5 coming off, and we continue that for 30 days.
So
Okay?
would that just be 5 times 30?
This is going to be, not quite. Not 5 times 30, 5 to the power of 30, right? We're getting exponentially larger. Is this a growth function, you think, or a decay function?
Growth.
Growth. Definitely growth, right? Anyone ever heard of a pyramid scheme before?
Yeah.
You guys know what a pyramid scheme is?
Yeah, I think so.
What is a pyramid scheme? For those of you that know what a pyramid scheme is.
Scheme about the pyramid.
Hold on.
So investor A pays the leader of it, and then investor B pays more money, then it's like returned. Then investor C pays that, then returned to B.
Kinda. Yeah. What were you going to say, Liana?
I was gonna say like someone like creates a scam where they get other people to invest in that scam and say you're gonna get more money if you buy my product and then resell it, but nobody ever like really resells the product and people keep coming onto the scheme. So like only people at like the top of the pyramid are making any money off the scheme.
Exactly right. I'm actually kind of disturbed at how much you know about pyramid schemes. Have you been involved in a pyramid scheme before?
Yes.
No.
Okay, let's not.
TikTok shot.
When you're in high school, you're going to get a piece of mail that's from a brand called Cutco. Have you guys ever heard of Cutco before?
Wait, is it?
Have any of your siblings ever done Cutco? You've heard of Cutco before?
I-
Cutco's a brand of knives. You know, like a knife block with all the different knives? Okay? Now, this company, Cutco, I was going to make a problem about it, but I couldn't figure out the numbers. This company called Cutco, right? They sell like knife blocks. And what they do, it's kind of funny. They send like every teenager in the country a piece of mail asking them to apply to be one of these knife salesmen, right? And a lot of teenagers that are like, oh, I need money, I need a job. This is a job looking for me. I'm going to apply and I'm going to do it, right? My brother actually did this, which is why I unfortunately know so much about this, right? So these people, they apply, right? They apply. They accept anyone that applies, okay? And what they do is they're like, okay, you're now one of our exclusive salesmen. You have to buy $1,000 worth of our product for you to then go out and sell, right? And you'll make a profit, and whatever profit you make, right, that's what you keep. So that's how you make your money. And to, I don't want to say dumb people, to people that don't know any better, right? Because it's not these people's fault. People that fall for pyramid schemes, it's not their fault. They just want a better life, and they think that this is the way to do it, and it's not. Is this making sense? Yeah. Okay. So what happens is, like, let's say I get a job at Cutco, right? I buy $1,000 worth of product. If I go out and sell all this product, I make $2,000. Sounds pretty sweet, right? But even better, okay, this is where they get you. Even better, they say you could go out and sell, door to door, all these knife sets, or you could be your own boss and hire people under you to go out and sell them for you. You guys see what I mean? So let's say I have $1,000 invested in all this merchandise, right? And I'm not really selling it. I don't know what to do. But then I go up to Yusuf, Anthony, Joanne, and Abigail, and I go, listen, guys, I have a great opportunity for you, okay? You're going to give me some money for these knives, and you're going to go out and sell them, and you're going to make a bunch of money, right? Well, isn't that what the company just did to me?
Yeah.
I'm just passing it along to them. And then what happens when each of those 4 people can't sell? Anthony's going to find 4 people. Yusuf's going to find 4 people. Abigail's going to find 4 people. Joanne's going to find 4 people. Just like this. That's why it's called a pyramid scheme. Because like Tyler said, the people at the top are the ones making the money from all the people down below them on the pyramid. Does that make sense? So when you get a piece of mail from Cutco, what are you going to do with it?
Tell Mr. Church said that.
You're gonna rip it up, throw it away, shred it, tell Mr. Church, okay? Because I'll have a good laugh if you come to me and say, I threw away my Cutco. If you come to me and say I got a job at Cutco, I'm just gonna shake my head because you guys should know better, okay? There's tons of these companies. Anyone ever heard of like Herbalife? No? Forex? Yeah, not FedEx. That's a shipping thing. Forex. There's tons of them, dude. They're predatory. It's not good. Tyler, do you have a question?
Isn't it technically illegal? Because like you're making people pay to work.
Can't make people.
It depends. Everyone involved in that little pyramid scheme that I outlined was a willing participant, so it's not technically illegal. Like Squid Game. Exactly. You guys signed up for it. Can't get in trouble for it. Now, nobody's dying by selling knives or anything like that. But so a pyramid scheme is a really good real-life example of an exponential function at work, right? And the people at the very top of that pyramid, right, the person that initially recruited me to join by sending out that letter, everyone that falls in line after me, that money is being sent back up to the person who recruited me in the first place. Does that make sense? So that's why these people that, like these companies, you're like, how's that company even in business? Who would sign up to sell knives and then try and recruit people to sell the knives for them? Because the people at the top are making exponentially so much more money than anyone else below them that the companies actually do very, very well. Tyler?
Doesn't it technically mean that all pyramid schemes will fail since like eventually you won't make enough profit off of those knives to pay like the recruiters the profit?
I don't necessarily know the economics of it. I can imagine at some point it would die. Like Herbalife is not really around anymore. Herbalife was like these like blender bottles and like powders. It's like workout supplement type thing. It was kind of a scam. It didn't really do anything. Do you guys remember the power balance bracelets? You guys maybe too. Yeah, some of you know what I'm talking about.
But I never. I
That's not a pyramid scheme. I mean, that's just a scam. I don't know why I brought that up. But like some pyramid schemes, way back in the day, like when your guys' parents were young, go home and ask them if they've ever been to a Tupperware party. Do you guys know what a Tupperware party is? Some of you, raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about when I say a Tupperware party. Okay, a couple of us. Does anyone know what Avon is? Yeah? Okay, these are like old school pyramid schemes, right? So Avon was like makeup where like let's say if I was an Avon salesman, I would buy a bunch of makeup from this catalog and then I would host little social get-togethers with all my friends to try and sell them my product, right? And the reason why they were so successful is because back in like the 70s and 80s, you know, husbands were like out in the war, women were at home with the kids, they were taking care of the kids, they can't go out and work. Well, what can I do from home that's still going to allow me to make some money and feel like, you know, I'm contributing? I could host Tupperware parties where I buy up all this stock of Tupperwares, you know, like reusable, microwavable containers, Tupperwares. I buy up all this stock. I invite all my friends over. It gives me an excuse to hang out with them, and I get to show them what all this great stuff Tupperware can do. Now, they're going to buy some, but some of the people that go to the Tupperware party are going to see what I'm doing and think, hey, I want to do that. I want to work from home. I want to be my own boss. I want to make some money. And that's how the pyramid scheme continues. We've gotten extremely off topic, but does that kind of make sense?
There was a Young Sheldon episode about the Avion thing.
There was a what?
Young Sheldon episode about it.
About Avon?
Yeah.
Yes, because Young Sheldon set way back in the day, right? Yeah.
Alright, we have to.
It was a really big thing. My grandma was an Avon salesman, I think. And we were cleaning out their house, and like up in like the attic, there was like boxes and boxes of like 30-year-old Avon products. Because these companies, you buy all this stock, and then you just can't offload it. So you end up just stuck with it.
That you see on the TV that the people be watching that where you gotta call the number to go and buy their jewelry and things like that. Like the jewelry TV.
Like
show?
1-800-GOLD type stuff?
Yeah, like when they show like the product of the jewelry and they go on the spin.
Oh, you're talking about oh shoot, what is it called?
I don't know.
HGTV? No, that's something else.
HGTV is like that.
That's like House Flippers, right? Oh, what's that? Okay, hold on. It's a channel. Oops. Sorry, Christian.
We should just watch a movie about pyramid schemes.
QVC, that's what it's called, QVC. You guys know what QVC is? It's like these shows.
Yes, literally those shows, bro. I promise you, my grandma will call that show 24/7.
Yes, everybody's grandparents watch these shows all day long, okay? Has anyone ever seen anything like this? This is kind of like a modern day pyramid scheme where this poor lady here has bought so much of this, what is that, tart? I don't know. Tarte?
Tarte.
They've bought a lot of these. Are these knives? What did I tell you? I don't know why knives are such a popular pyramid scheme. But this lady here bought way too many knives, and now she's trying to go online. The essential of a pyramid scheme is recruitment, right? It's a never-ending chain of recruitment, okay? Which is an exponential function, okay? So if you promote and you think, oh, we didn't learn anything about life in Mr. Church's class, you certainly did, and you're lying, okay? Good. Anyway, back to this TikTok. I really should have done an example about Cutco knives now. Maybe I'll put one on the test. Let's talk about selling knives. So the initial value is 100. B is 5. Who can help me write this equation? What's it going to look like? Yeah, Aaron.
100 times 5 to the
Perfect. What's going to be in front? What's my function? V of n is equal to, what did you say?
100 times 5 to the power.
Perfect. 100 times 5 to the power of n. Not that complicated of a formula when you really think about it, right? Now, we've set up our equation. That's great. I want to know how many views this video is going to have after 30 days. If everyone sends it to 5 people and all those people send it to 5 people, I know that's an unrealistic example, but let's just say it does work out. How can I figure that out? Plug 30 in for n. So my function v for views, after 30, n stands for days, right? Is equal to 100. I don't even want to know. I didn't run the numbers on this. I'm very curious to see what this number is. 5 to the power of 30. This might not even work out. It might give us a scientific notation answer. Let's see. 12 billion?
Okay, so now he's just the most streamed person.
Oh!
That's a very popular video.
Few more. I don't think there's that many people on the planet.
So, people,
Oh, I got to times it by 100. You're right. My
I think
bad.
you should have done the cut code.
No!
Brody has the most views of something. In,
Okay, 93 septillion people. That didn't work out.
somebody has to have at least 1,000 accounts.
92 reptilian.
You know what? Here. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Listen up real quick. Listen up. Change 30 to 10 real quick. Okay.
Bro. No way somebody.
That's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. That sounds better. 9 million times the 100 we got. 976 million.
No way somebody. So Brody has the most viewed video in TikTok history.
Views. All right.
Rest in peace to TikTok.
So that's how we would figure that out.
Yeah. Bro just said let's make a streak before TikTok ends.
That's 1 million.
Brody has more views than any.
Right? So think about it, right? Think about it. At day 1 there's 5 people. Hold on. After day 1 there's 5 people. Day 2 there's 25 people. If we go just down to 10 days, we're at 976 million. Right? From 25 to 900 million. It's crazy how quickly something grows when it's in an exponential function like this, okay? Especially when we have a really high, what is this called? Common ratio, right? Like before, 1.01 is not a very high common ratio. 2 is not a very high common ratio. The bigger we get, the more exponentially everything's going to grow. Okay? Okay. We need to go through this second example because you're not going to be able to do the homework without it. Okay? This is called a decay function. Everybody write decay function. I said everybody write decay function, but I appreciate it. You can say it. You can say whatever you want. I don't want to say that. Okay, lock in for 3 minutes. Stop talking, lock in for 3 minutes. Okay. A pharmaceutical company is testing a new antibiotic. The number of bacteria present in a sample when the antibiotic is applied is 100,000. Is that my A or is that my B? That's my A. Starting out with 100,000. Okay. Each hour, the number of bacteria present decreases by half. Ooh. Decreases by half. When I see that word decreases, that tells me right away this is a decay function. My bacteria are getting less and less and less in this sample. Right? And that makes sense. That's what an antibiotic does. You take antibiotics, it clears your system of all that bacteria. The amount of bacteria in you goes away. The number of bacteria remaining, R of n, that's my function, R of n, is an exponential function where the number of hours n since the antibiotic was applied. Oh yeah, okay. Write the exponential function to find how many hours it would take for there to be 0 bacteria present on the sample. This is where we have to be careful, okay? If I'm decreasing by half, right, what would my B value be? 1/2. Right? Remember, if we look back, I knew that I had an increasing function because my B value was more than 1. So if my B value is less than 1, like 1/2, that means I'm decreasing, okay? There's no need to make it negative. You think decreasing, you see decreasing and think negative. No, half is half, right? We're cutting it in half. So my function would be R of n is equal to 100,000 times 1/2 to the power of n. Right? Now, I want to find how many hours it would take for there to be 0 bacteria. Where am I going to plug in the 0?
For the end.
No. No.
What does N represent here? N represents the number of hours. I want to know how many hours. So I don't know what N is. What do I know? We know it decreases by half. Well, what does R of N represent? Yeah, Liana?
R of N represents how long it would take for all the bacteria to be gone.
No, that would be N, right? N is the hours. R of N is an exponential function of the number of hours. Oh, wait, sorry. The number of bacteria remaining, R of N, is an exponential function. So R of N is how many bacteria are remaining. Well, I want to find the number of hours when there is 0 bacteria remaining. So I'm going to plug 0 in for R of N instead. Oh, wait a minute.
100,000 hours.
You know what?
What did you do?
What if you just put
It is possible, but that's not part of this lesson. I messed it up. This video is a mess, dude. Please, nobody watch this.
I will watch this
Don't.
so many times.
I'm not even gonna watch it because of educational purposes. I'm gonna just watch it as classroom. No, I'm gonna go to this.
Because we'll have to take the square root. This was a bad idea. Okay, do me a favor. Pretend we didn't talk about that. The pharmaceutical company one. Just cross it out. That's going to come a lot later, not even in this unit. Because we're going to have to take the square root, and it's going to be messy. We might even... No, I don't know. Don't worry about that, Alex. Don't worry about that, Alex.